did it wrong.
Yeah, you didn't do a good job.
All right.
You consider yourself good in bed?
I don't know. I don't have any complaints, but who the fuck knows,
Yeah, I think I was better when I was younger. I think I was much better. Yeah,
I
think
remember. I remember. I'm not one to talk about what goes on, but I remember saying to somebody who was curious. I said, he said, "Was she good in bed?" And I said, "I'm not sure how good I was, really. So I mean, I'm not gonna trash somebody else. I just think that's shitty."
I've had a few like B plus performances where I can look back and be like, you know what, you did pretty good, right there. But I'm not gonna go out there and be like, you know what, when I watched this movie, I would have done this better. I would have nurtured this
right.
better.
Man, I've had shit.
Yeah,
I've had some long nights,
What's the fastest that you've come in history? Do you remember your fastest, like the moment that where you, boom, and it was over? You're like,
there's quite a few ties for first on that. There's quite a few ties for first.
I've got two that just haunt me. That just haunt me. I'm like, how did that happen? How is it so fast? What the fuck? What? Like,
no,
I mean,
and yeah. I always try, like, there's always this one split second where I go into the area of blaming them. I'm like, what were you moving like that for? You know what I mean? I don't, it's like,
yeah.
Stop. Do not move. I told you don't move. God damn it. Shit.
So it's funny you say that. So instead of me blaming them, in both cases live, okay? In one case, it was
been there too.
It was in a public domain, and it was in a car, and I was like, I meant to do that. That was my angle.
Now just let me get warmed up. We'll be at it all night, baby.
So in the other angle, I mean, both, again, this shows just how full of shit guys are. In the other angle, it was that didn't just happen. Let's
give me 5 minutes, baby. I'll be right back.
Just pretending that it just never happened, and that we could, start over later. Or
give me 5 minutes, I'll be fine.
I don't want to address it. I don't want to talk about it. It's not your fault. Actually, I should have said, what I should have said is that was amazing. What you have is something special. But instead, I was so ashamed. I was like, give me a few minutes.
Hey. And then there's also this. There's also this one. Fuck, hold on.
It shows how selfish guys are. We should have said, your V is great. Everything is fantastic.
There's also this. Yeah, you got to play that. You got to be like, I don't know, that's the best I've ever had. You're that fucking good.
Say something kind, and say disparaging yourself with some weak shit,
But then there's the holy fuck. Wait, you didn't just come, did you? Oh Jesus, it's like fucking, how do you lie about that? But you do. No, I don't think so.
I mean, I've never heard those words in that way, but if I did, I don't know what I would say in that moment. But every guy who's listening to this now, that may be younger, because we're old, should have an answer. Now, so now that we've kind of established that a girl can say, "You didn't just come, did you?" What would you say? Like, what would be like a great one-liner for that? Like, how would you handle it now as a mature adult? How would you handle, that onslaught of negativity and turn it into a positive? If
she went like that, I think I would say, I mean, maybe try to make her laugh and say, I don't think so. I don't know, something stupid. I mean, there's no way out of it. You can't retract it.
I mean, you can't. I mean,
I told you I was. Didn't you hear me? I said it.
I mean, there's a number of ways to go, right? There's a
Get
comedic
aggressive
way.
about it. Make it
There's
her fault.
everything your fault.
What is that? What is that thing they do? You gaslight them. Just gaslight them out.
Or you could say, I did, and thank you for that. And I owe you one. Would be a good one, right? Like I owe you
Hey,
one.
hey, what about this one?
Next one's on me. This drink was on you.